Lost media is very intriguing, can be sad, and most of all, is frustrating. Especially something only you or a few people knows. Losing something that you like is terrible. These are the lost media games that only I know that exists. These lost media are from my childhood. I played these games when I was 5 and 6 years old. I am from 2000. There are other type of lost media that only I knows, as such videos, movies, as their Killer White Pigs movie from 1938, that I watched a documentary on Animal Planet in 2006 about the movie. The white pigs attacks a castle, while the protagonists, a man and a woman, barely escapes running inside the castle. And a colored cartoon game from the 1956, I think. Trees walking, like that McDonald's tree. In a thunderous dark forest, animals running. I watched this on VHS tape while the barber cut my hair. But on this video, I will focus on lost media in gaming. In 2005, I played a game on my uncle's computer. He had a powerful machine for his time. He worked with edition. He had a friend which gave to him a CD with a lot of games to install. Sometimes my uncle installed a lot of games from the internet. That era was magical because the internet boom was just starting and had more unique content. Like today, that we have technology, but the internet content is boring and dull. When I see videos with the title, The Obscure Games, no, the real obscure games are from this era, the end of the 90s to the 2000s, the obscure flash and PC games of that time. The creative internet slowly started to phase after between 2009 and 2011. The internet content originally starts to die in 2015. I will make a video about the demise of the creative internet. Anyways, my uncle never made a copy of the games for me, or any family member had taken a picture of the games, so I could use right now in this video. I didn't have a cell phone at the time. Thanks for nothing, uncle. The game I searched the most is a PC space game. Platformer I played in 2005. The playable character have a Daft Punk type helmet, white suit, black line in the belly, part of suit. The aliens, type of a rataflakplasta kind of creature. In the game I jumped on platforms, up and down, reaching the next level, plates, advancing on the ground. There was grass near the plate, silver, white, and grass grounds. When the aliens killed the character, just by getting closer, after the last 30 life, the game over screen had a beautiful, unique landscape. A mix between a Lake Lagoon, Lake Basin, come from the mountains surrounding the area, and the lake finish on the sea. No mountains on the large part of the river. A kind of violet sky, mountain landscape, violet sun in the background, more likely dusk aesthetic. The game was from Norway, maybe Finland. The name I can remember was something strange like Nesfalt. At the time I searched, but I couldn't find anything on the internet of the time. Even after 2 years later, I searched the exact name, but nothing appears. It's been 20 years. The name could have some wrong letter, but even today, not a single piece of this game can be found online. And I remember this game so vividly. If anyone has played this game, or has any information material about this game, please feel free to share in the comments below. I'll be reading and responding to all your comments. The aesthetic, model, etc. of the game was a heavily mix of 1998 and 2005, the current style of the era. A few weeks later, after I played a lot of this game, I didn't mention, but my uncle didn't like me to play on his computer. Once again, thanks for nothing. FKU. His CPU died, and he didn't save anything on hard drive, losing everything in the process. This is the only game on the list I read online that players have played an unreleased SNES Darkwing Duck game. A lot of people respond to them that's not true, and it's a wrong memory. This is another game I played on my uncle's computer. He downloaded for a friend a Darkwing Duck demo. He said that his friend was working on it or something. He showed it to me. It was a demo. It's really strange because it has design from 2003, but also 1992, 1996, kind of talk Arca did. A really good era, misleading aesthetic. The levels of the platformer. Dracula Castle, you could see through the black sky. Grass, etc., you jump through it. Cemetery, also has a black sky. Duck Robot Factory, Gizmo, Duck. Purple and blue aesthetic. The proportions of the game were closer different than the space one. The quality of the game was broken, like a barely saved VHS. The Robot Factory was the last level before reaching some area, and the game crashes every time on the second Robot Factory level. The Penguin game from 2005, the best Penguin game ever. The proportions of the game were closer. Platformer, jumping, climbing, and also moving on the floor. There's a Penguin game that I downloaded for a website, can't remember the name, but the site was taken down. The levels were Ice World, Fire World, and some underground levels, green, stuff like that. Swamp. Even the Dragon. All these games had a perfect aesthetic and ambience, soundtrack, everything. This game was awesome. There were some areas where I could open doors and reach in different areas. I finished this game. And the name of the game was Penguin. If I search Penguin on today's internet, nothing will appear closer to this game on the Penguins games list. Moving to more action games and less horror. The skate game, Flash game, 2005. There was a side-scroller game with a cool intro where the skater jumps right on the screen. This is a Microsoft game which shows the Xbox on an outdoor in the wall in some areas, poster. The map of this game was an alley. The Safari game, 2005. This Safari game I played on a Flash game website, a running and avoid objects type of game. Side-scroller, a safari man running from elephants and other animals. The style of the game was like the Swedish Flash game Knossen of the Beetle Baylor character. Sometimes a humanoid elephant with safari clothing would appear and tries to run me over. Halloween Graveyard Flash game, platformer. This game I played the first time in 2006 and also the last in 2006. The game started in a daycare, the characters sitting and listening to a teacher. The characters. A character looked like Ross Delgado from Green Adventures of Bill and Mandy. A baby, a red-haired teenager with camouflage clothing. You choose between them and the gameplay occurs in graveyards, killing zombies. The proportions of the games were closer. It was a cool, fast-paced game. The levels colors palette changes between gray, green, dark blue. Thunders and sometimes raining through the levels. I finished this game. Side-scroller, Feiticeiro Macaco. Flash game with Portuguese title, but with instructions in English. Played on 2009 on some internet flash game website. This game sets on a forest where a monkey warlock. His head looked more like a flying squirrel, wearing purple robe, would change, swap body to the animals in the forest to advance the level, climb walls, etc. Castles also. Only one level fully worked. In the second, the moment I walked, I faced an invisible wall, or the game crashed. Thermostorm. I used to play the full version in 2006. Currently, it's lostmedia, unfortunately. On the full version, there were a lot of levels, 20 or 50, I think. In one of them, the water would flood this area, and you had to escape. I also used to flood the area using a finite bone sheet, which I have discovered, but can't remember how now. In the last one, the stage becomes red, and you have to escape through a door. And in the last scene, I can't remember with certainty if a soldier shot at the protagonist or vice versa. Or maybe the end was for another game. Escapes, and then the end message shows up in a red screen leading back to the main menu. Game looked like Candy Mission, the Korean game, but now with bigger levels and more details. This game is a mix between Candy Mission and Maple Story, another Korean game. I played this game in 2007 through 2009, lost and found again in 2011. When the Globe Flash died in 2020, I lost again. I found it again in 2024 in Flashpoint with a Chinese title and lost again. So please, any Flashpoint user out there that knows the name, help me find this game once again. Write in the comments below. Stick page game shooter, 2004. With scenery, first person, shooting the enemies while you climb the ladder. It was a short game with ending a shootout. This one I never liked, to be honest, but I wanted to see again. Thank you so much for watching this far. I really appreciate you all. Please like, share, and subscribe. And please consider helping me find this lost media of gaming masterpiece. Happy Halloween, everyone. See you all later. Bye.